What's up, brothers? In here I've got 10 exercises every natural lifter should be doing. Alright, why I'm emphasizing naturals? Because a natural cannot train like an enhanced lifter, in my opinion. You can see an enhanced lifter doing something, try copying it, it will not give you the same results. Someone that is enhanced can sit on a machine and just pump it up a little bit, still get great results. For us naturals, we need a little bit more of that, alright? So 10 exercises that every natural lifter should be doing. Number 1, barbell squat. Alright, now barbell back squat, in my opinion, high bar, the best for quads. But if you're someone that would tell me, you know what, I don't feel comfortable with the barbell back squat, I prefer front squat, or I prefer a Smith machine squat, or I prefer a goblet squat, it's alright as long as you're performing a squat. I'd much rather you do a squat over a leg press. Some people would say, well, I feel the same on my quads. It's not just about how you feel, it's also the impact that the squat has on your nervous system. You've got a bar, let's say 400 pounds on your back, all the stabilizers muscles, your core, your glutes, everything is firing up. And yes, you want just to isolate the quads, but this can come later in the workout. But doing those sets of squats, going a little bit heavy, maybe doing sets of 5, alright, bringing the weight a little bit higher, pyramiding back the weight. This is what I do. I do sets, I'll start at 12 reps, 8 reps, 3 sets of 5, and go back to 8 and 12. Trust me, after this, my quads are fried. And then I'll finish a little bit of isolation stuff, right? So the barbell high bar back squat, if you can do it for any reason, go for another variation that you feel comfortable with. And you do not need to go ass to grass. Let us stop with this ass to grass maximum range of motion. It's about the maximum range of tension. All right, if you don't feel your quads under parallel, you're engaging your glutes and lower back. Now you might say, well, it means that you need to do with your mobility, whatever. It's not because you can't, it's not because you see someone going ass to grass that you have to do it. All right, go with however the tension on your quads is allowing you to. Okay, you're training for strengthening when you're doing the squat. Don't use that exercise to start stretching and doing mobility. I see people that force the range of motion and they end up really getting injured. Anyways, I'm gonna get in this in another video. Barbell back squat. Number 2, a deadlift variation. My favorite one would be the RDL, alright? I'm a big fan of it, especially lately. Well, 3 years ago, I've injured my lower back doing deadlifts, and now since then, I just do RDL or stiff leg deadlift. I don't go all the way down, I don't go crazy weight, but a hip hinge movement has to be included in your plan for your posterior chain. When I took out the deadlift, I saw my posterior chain was shrinking down, even though I was doing a lot of hamstring curls and lower back extension. It's the impact that those exercises have on our nervous system, guys. All right, the good stress that is putting. Number 3, overhead standing press. I don't see anybody doing overhead standing press anymore. Everybody loves doing seated or on a machine and load up the weights. Arnold used to do it overhead, but you know what? I don't want to use that argument because it's not because someone did it, but look at the golden era bodybuilders. A lot of them were doing it standing. Why? Because it works a lot more than just pushing. When you have your back supported, basically your scapula is not moving freely, all right? You're taking away a lot of, let's say, the stabilizers muscles work. And yes, you might be putting a lot more weight on that front delt, but that's not what's gonna lead to growth. If you're a natural lifter, you wanna also put that good stress on where all your shoulder is working, your stabilizers muscles are working, and you're stressing your body in a good way. What is more stressful? Doing it overhead press? What is harder? Doing it overhead press or doing it seated with your back supported? Which one you'll feel more your shoulders? Even me going a lot lighter on the overhead press standing, I'll feel my shoulders so much more than doing double the weight seated with the back supported. All right, just try it and see how you feel. I learned that from watching Evan Santopani. He was doing a shoulder workout, he spoke about it. He said he would just do standing overhead press 10 sets of 10 and his shoulders were completely fried. And look at his shoulders, insane. All right, and he would finish with some lateral raise. So overhead standing barbell press. If you like those, leave the comment down below. Moving on for pull-ups. Nobody does pull-ups or push-ups anymore. You think because it's a body weight exercise that you're not gonna grow from it. It's BS. You will grow even if it's body weight. If you're doing a lunge properly or a pull-up or a push-up and you know how to do it and you're putting the tension where it should be, trust me, it's a hypertrophy exercise. All right, it's not because it's body weight that you're too strong and you gotta go on a machine and put a full stack. Because chances are if you're putting full stack, you're doing it wrong. All right, the body doesn't know weight, it just knows tension. And for a pull-up, I love that exercise because it actually allows me to feel my lats a lot more than doing a lat pull down for many reasons. But I also love the part that I'm engaging my core when I'm doing my pull-up. If you don't engage your core properly, your scapula will not be well aligned, all right? Your scapula will not be actually coming on your rib cage. You might have shoulder back and down, arcing overly, so your rib cage is not in a good position. You're flaring out your ribs. A lot of people do the pull downs like this, flaring out the ribs. That's not the right way. You might be hitting a lot of rear delta and rhomboids. So I get my core in and I make sure I'm aligned, I'm stable, I'm aligned, and core is engaged, scapula is at the right place, and that way when I'm pulling, it's only lats, serratus anterior engaged, and it's only lats. All right. Try it out for yourself, engage your core, and you will see how much more you'll feel your lats. A lot of people do the lat pull down wrong. They're doing mostly rhomboids and upper back, okay? It's a lat pull down. Moving on. Today I'm going sushi all you can eat. So excited, I'm going with my friend. Refeed day. Moving on, push-ups. And I eat a lot of sushi. I'm a big eater. I might eat like maybe 200 pieces. I'm a huge eater of sushi, trust me. I've done eating competition. I never lost. I went to Five Guys, 7 cheeseburger that I ate. Swear to God. The other guy ate 6.5, but I gotta give it to him. He was drinking a milkshake and eating fries because he was too prideful, thought that he would smash me, and I ended up winning. So, moving on. Push-ups, like I said with the pull-ups, push-ups, great exercise, all right? Every single time I'm doing a bench press or I'm doing any press on my chest workout, I always finish with push-ups, all right? So I might do a set of bench press, and then I put it, 1 rep short of failure, jump on the floor, and go push-ups to failure. Why? They're not stressful on your nervous system. They help you reach muscle failure without adding a risk of injury since it's body weight. And I feel it so much in my chest when you're doing them properly. Again, a lot of people, when they do their push-ups, they put their shoulder back and down, and they squeeze like this. This is bad, all right? Allow your shoulder to open up, kind of if you want to do a lat spread. Get those lats up, get that serratus anterior, and now, as you're doing your push-up and your serratus anterior is engaged, you will feel your chest so much more, okay? It's not just about the weight you're putting on the bar. It's about how you're performing the exercise. And sadly, most people don't even know. Trainers don't even know. Trainers don't even know. This is what saddens me. I hear trainers training at the gym and I'm like, bro, the guy that gave him the certificate to become a trainer doesn't even know. Anyways, moving on. Dumbbell rows, it's an exercise that I love. I love doing barbell rows as well, but my left arm is a little bit weaker than my right, which is normal. And today I was doing my barbell rows and I see a little tilt and it kind of messes up with my head. So I just went to the dumbbell rows. What I love to doing with dumbbell rows, I like doing 2 dumbbells at the same time and drawing. I don't like very much supported stuff. All right, I like keeping my body also all working together, bracing my core. And even when I'm doing it unsupported, which might sound kind of ironic, but I feel more my lats, for example, doing a barbell row than doing a very chest supported exercise where I'm just pulling. It just feels like it gives me more growth, all right? I believe it's the good impact it has on the nervous system. And because the body enjoys that. The body enjoys kind of those free weight exercise where you're really unsupported. You create the support with your core. Moving on, triceps rope push down. The only exercise I do for triceps, I go on the rope, boom, on the cable, and I squeeze. I do high reps after doing a lot of overhead press or bench press. My triceps are almost fried. So I do a lot of triceps rows push down, squeeze at the bottom, slowly bring it back up. Number 8, flat bench press. Oh yeah. I did a video a long time ago when I was talking about incline dumbbell press, but now that I'm relearning the flat bench press, and yes, you still relearn movements. I've been training, like I said, for 14 years. I'm still learning proper movement. I'm still adjusting them. I'm still adjusting my squats sometimes. Sometimes I'll hinge a little bit more when I'm squatting. Sometimes I'll open up my feet a little bit more, my stance. Sometimes when I bench press, I'll put my lower back against the bench. Now that I'm doing that, trust me, game changer. When you bench, lower back flat on the bench, and just try it and see how crazy stimulation you will feel on your bench. Lower back flat. If you need to elevate your heel, do that. Elevate your feet, do that. You will thank me later. Your chest will thank you, even though you might need less weight. Lateral raise, dumbbell lateral raise. I love those exercises. I know I see all the Jeff Nippert style cable with the angle and the calculating the orbits to have the perfect stimulation. Bro, give me 2 sets of dumbbells and I'll get you the nicest shoulders, all right? Yeah, well, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I know a lot of people will say, yeah, well, you look so bad right now. I know. I went through a lot of stuff, but it's not an excuse. I had to relearn a lot of things. I tried a lot of things. I mean, when I try something, I go all in on it. Because I'm like, you giving me this method, I'll go all in on it. And I did a lot of all in stuff lately that were all shit. I don't know if I can say it, but they were no good. All right. And then now I'm like, okay, now I know what works for me. I'm going back to the basics. I'm going back to the simple stuff. Sometimes in life, you gotta dumb it down. We got so much information. We're too smart. Everybody knows everything. But guess what? The people that are a little bit dumber than the rest, they're the happiest. And they get the best results. The people that are the most jacked, it's not the guy that's watched all the Jeff Nippert studies. Oh, they said this about creatine. Okay, so maybe I gotta add 1 gram of creatine. No, bro. It's the guy that goes to the gym and he's so dumb that all he thinks is, oh, biceps? Okay, I gotta do biceps curl. And he just spams the biceps curl. And he's got the big biceps. Back, okay, I see those prisoners doing pull-ups. Okay, I'll just do pull-ups. He's got the best back. Stop overthinking stuff. Anyways, that's my phase right now. Lateral raise dumbbell. Moving on. Pec deck fly. I love the pec deck fly. All right, I always start with it, pre-exhaust my chest before the big presses. Hamstring, seated hamstring curl. It's an exercise that wasn't present in my workouts. My hamstring were not so good, even though I wasn't doing much deadlifts. But now that I'm doing them more, I'm seeing the growth. I don't go super heavy. I go for a good squeeze and a good contraction. And let's finish with dumbbell shrugs. I like doing dumbbell shrugs. Boom, leaning forward a little bit and just squeezing it. Okay, I saw Rich Piana talking about it once. He likes doing Smith machine shrugs, but he talks about leaning forward a little bit. And boom, pulling. And since I've been doing this, game changer. Let's talk about biceps. Guess what I do for biceps? Hammer curl dumbbells. That's pretty much the only thing that I might do. I'll grab some dumbbells. Today I did that. I'll grab 30 pounds. Boom, 15 reps. I'll throw it. Boom, 15 reps. Throw it. Boom, 15 reps. I just keep doing. Maybe 5-6 sets. Dumbbells, biceps are fried. And go home. Thank you guys for the video. I want to show you guys my body. This is why I take off the shirt, because I want you guys to see the progression. All right, now this is my goal, getting my best shape possible as a natural lifter. Today I'm going for a refeed. Test things on your body. I didn't go for a refeed for a while and I felt like it wasn't doing me any good. Now I'm going again and I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna enjoy myself. I really think that there is power in taking a break. And it applies to everything, man. It applies to everything. Even in the Bible, God said he took a break. He created the world in 6 days and he took a break. We all know God doesn't need a break, right? He's God. But he did that to maybe install something in us. So that's it for this video. I'll see you guys soon. Ciao.